I need to open the browser, open the URL called krninformatics.com and do mouse over on courses offered. If I do mouse over on courses offered, I am getting a menu drop down as software testing. Are you able to see that, guys? Yes. How to do mouse over on any element? That is what we are going to see. How to do mouse over on any element? I need to do mouse over on courses offered. I need to do mouse over on courses offered. How to do mouse over on courses offered? How to do mouse over on courses offered? How to do right click on courses offered? How to do mouse over on courses offered? How to do right click on courses offered? How to do right click on courses offered? See, when I do right click, I am getting this right click menu. This right click menu is called as context menu. This right click menu is called as context menu. This right click menu is called as context. Open the browser, open the URL, mouse over on courses offered, right click on courses offered. Right click on courses offered. After doing right click on courses offered, I need to do open link in new tab. I need to open link in new tab. I need to open link in new tab. If I want to open link in new tab, if I want to open link in new tab, then I cannot do right click inspect here because already this has been raised due to right click. Again, I cannot do right click on context menu. Okay. But without how to open link. See, if I want to open link in new tab after doing right click, I can press down arrow one time and hit enter so that it will open link in new tab. After doing mouse over, after doing right click, I can press down arrow one time and hit enter. Or else, each and every option in the context menu has a shortcut. If I want to go with the first one, I can press T. If I want to go with the second option, I can press W. If I want to go with the third option, press P. If I want to go with the fourth option, press L. Like that, each and every option in the context menu has a shortcut. Has a shortcut. Each and every option has a shortcut. The context menu has a shortcut. Mouse over on courses offered, right click on courses offered. Okay, either I can press down arrow one time and hit enter, or else I can press T from the keyboard also so that it will open. Let me go with the first type itself. First, I need to open the browser, open the URL, mouse over on courses offered, right click on courses offered, press down arrow one time and hit enter so that I will open link in new tab. These are the steps what I have to do. Let's start doing that. That's the question for us. In this, what we will learn how to do mouse over, how to do on any element, how to do right click on any element, how to do mouse over on any element, how to do right click on any element. Okay, how to do right click on any element, how to press down arrow from the keyboard, how to press enter from the keyboard. We will learn how to press any key from the keyboard. All these things we will learn in this chapter. Let's start doing that. Go to class, demo actions. Web driver equal to new Firefox driver. Web driver equal to new Firefox driver dot manage dot window dot maximize, then driver dot get done. Driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait 30 time unit dot seconds. Yes, I have opened the browser and URL. The next step is I need to do mouse over on this courses software. First identify this element. Let me identify this element. Right click inspect. Which element locator I can use to identify this element? Which element locator I can use to identify this element, guys? No answer. Oh, who is that who is joining now? Too late. Nidhi. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Which element locator I can use to identify this element? Just a minute. Nidhi, I have not received the fee payment from you yet, Nidhi. No, already I have given more than 1 month. I have given the time, right? You have asked for 15 days only, right? Already I have given too much of time. You are not able to. Okay. Okay. Which element locator I can use, guys? XPath. XPath using text function. Yes. Can you tell me the XPath? Double forward slash a text function is equal to courses is the XPath. Now I need to do mouse over on this courses offered. I need to do mouse over on this courses offered. If it is it showing one matching node? Yes. Driver dot find element is used to find the element. Find element is used to find the element. Find element by dot XPath, which returns a web element, which returns a web element, which returns a web element, that is courses offered courses offered. Now okay, now I need to do mouse over on courses offered. If I want to do mouse over on any element, if I want to do mouse over on any element, create an object for actions class, actions act equal to new actions act equal to new actions driver. Actions class has a method called move to element. Actions class has a method called move to element, which is used to do mouse over on any element. Actions class has a method called move to element, which is used to do mouse over on any element. Actions class has a method called move to element. This move to element which is used to do mouse over, this takes a web element on which you are going to do mouse over. Courses offered dot. Whenever you use actions class, don't forget to use perform at the end. Don't forget to use perform at the end. Okay, now run this. First it will do, open the browser, open the URL, mouse over on courses offered. Yes, you cannot see the cursor physically moving there. You cannot see that, but you will be able to see the actions what happens as a resultant of doing the mouse over on courses offered. You will get that menu drop down. That is what you have got it. Am I correct or not? Yes, yes. That is how to do mouse over on any element. Yes. See, there is a method called move to element method which is there inside the actions class that is used to do mouse over on any element. That is used to do mouse over on any element. That is used to do mouse over on any element. Right. Now, move to element method which is used to do mouse over. This move to element method which is used to do mouse over. Since this method is under actions class, I need to create object for actions class. And this method is asking a web element on which you are going to do mouse over. That's why identify this element, create an object for action class. Actions class has a method called move to element which is used to do mouse over. Okay. After doing mouse over on this element, what is the next step what I have to do? Right click. I need to do right click on that element. If you want to do right click on any element, actions class has a method called context click which is used to do mouse over, which is used to do right click. Context menu, right click menu is called context menu. Right click is called context click. Context click. Go to this courses offered. Whenever you use actions class methods, don't forget to use perform at the end, or else it won't perform the action. Let me run this. Open the browser, open the URL, mouse over on courses offered and right click. It is doing very quickly. I am unable to see the speed of execution also. That's why I am going to use some wait thread dot sleep of some 3 seconds so that I will be able to see the execution slowly. Open the browser, open the URL, mouse over on courses offered, right click on courses offered. Yes, I did right. Then I need to press down arrow one time and hit enter so that it will open link in new tab. I need to press down arrow one time and hit enter so that it will open link in new tab. I need to press down arrow one time. If you want to, let me wait for 3 more seconds and press down arrow. How to press down arrow? If you want to do any mouse and keyboard related actions, then you need to create object for actions class, which I have done already. Actions class has a method called send keys, which takes keys dot All the keys of the keyboard is are available. Add, arrow left, arrow down, decimal down, enter, equal, space, F1, F2, F3, multiply, numpad. All the keys of the even Jankaku, Hankaku is also there. What is this Jankaku, Hankaku? Even I don't know what is that. That's the Chinese. How we have some rupee symbol, they have some Jankaku, Hankaku like that. That is one. Even that also is there. Arrow down. I need to press down arrow here. Press down arrow. Dot perform. This is how to press down arrow from the keyboard. After pressing down arrow, I need to hit enter from the keyboard. How to hit enter from the keyboard? Can you tell me? How to hit enter from the keyboard? act.send keys dot enter dot perform dot perform. That's it. That's it. Let me run this. Open the browser. Open the URL. Mouse over on courses offered. Right click on courses offered. Press down arrow one time and hit enter so that it will open link in new tab. Understood, guys, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Now after doing mouse over and doing right click, either I can press down arrow one time, or else if I want to open link in new tab, which letter I can press? I can press T from the keyboard also. Either I can press down arrow one time and hit enter, or else what I can do, I can press T from the keyboard. I can press T from the keyboard. How to press T from the keyboard? Can you tell me?
Act.send.
Send keys. If it is alphabets and numbers, right, directly I can give. If it is alphabets and numbers. If it is some special keys, then you have to go with keys dot perform. It will press T from the keyboard. Yes. If you have background noise, don't unmute, please. Open the browser, open the URL, mouse over on courses offered, right click on courses offered, press T from the keyboard. Press T from the keyboard so that it will open link in new tab. That's it. Press T from the keyboard so that it. Yes. Okay. Now I know how to do mouse over on any element, how to do right click, how to do normal click already we have learned. I can do anything with mouse. Right click, normal click and mouse. That is what one thing what we will be doing with mouse. I know how to press any key from the keyboard. Whatever the inputs I provide to the system, that is laptop, is through mouse and keyboard only. We are not doing anything apart from that. Whatever the inputs I provide to the system is through mouse and keyboard. In that case, we should be able to do any sort of automation from now onwards, right? What else we cannot do? What else we cannot do? Sir, there is a scroll button in the mouse. Yeah, taking screenshot. There is a scroll button in the mouse that we didn't cover yet.
Moving horizontal.
How to drag an element from one place and drop it in another place.
Yes.
That we didn't see. How to take screenshot, how to do scrolling. These are the upcoming challenges what we are going to do see in the upcoming class. Okay. And I want to press the combination of the keys, sir. I want to press Alt Control Delete. How to do that? These are some challenges what we are going to see. Out of that, let me take the first challenge. I need to press the combination of the keys, sir. Can you tell us how to press the combination of the keys? Okay. ACT dot send keys dot alt dot, don't use perform, use build. If you want to perform the action, you can use perform. If you want to combine more than one key, then you can use build method. Act dot send keys dot alt control, sorry, dot build. Act dot send keys dot delete perform. Alt control delete. If I run this, it will press alt control delete. This is how to combine more than one key. Okay, I am going to give you one small homework. Note down the homework. We'll see what to do next. Okay. Open browser, open krninformatics.com. Open browser, open the URL called krninformatics.com. Open the browser, open the URL called krninformatics.com. Mouse over on branches. Mouse over on branches. Mouse over on branches. Mouse over on Maratalli. Mouse over on Maratalli. Mouse over on Maratalli. Mouse over on Selenium training in Maratalli. Mouse over on Selenium training in Maratalli. Right click on Selenium training in Maratalli. Right click on Selenium training in Maratalli. Right click on Selenium training in Maratalli and open link in new tab. Mouse over on the branches, mouse over on Maratalli, mouse over on Selenium training in Maratalli. See, if you want to do mouse over on Selenium training in Maratalli, first you have to do mouse over on Maratalli. But if you want to do mouse over on Maratalli, then first before that you have to do mouse over on branches. Until unless you mouse over onto the parent menu, submenu won't be visible. Submenu won't be visible. Submenu won't be visible until unless you mouse over onto the parent menu item. Are you understanding this?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let us see some notes for this. See, working with menu drop downs. If you want to click on the submenu item, which will be visible when we move the mouse over onto the parent menu, we can use actions class. Actions class provides methods to perform mouse and keyboard related actions. Submenu items or links will not be visible until unless we mouse over onto the parent menu item or link. If the element is not visible, WebDriver cannot perform the action. Hence, we need to simulate moving to the parent menu item so the drop down with submenu links is visible and WebDriver can find the submenu items. We can use move to element and pass parent menu as an argument which will simulate the drop down menu. How do you perform right click using WebDriver? The right click menu is called as context menu. We can use actions class context click to perform right click. How to perform keyboard actions? We can use send keys of actions class to send any key. We can also use send keys for web element to send any key. Keys enumerator provides all the keys of the keyboard and can be used to send keys like alt, control, tab, shift, etc. To press the combination of the keys, we can use build method. Take down this.